Welcome to your 30-second assessment on distance and power. So go to the top of your backswing, and what's your number one swing thought? Are you simply turning your shoulders back to where they came? Or is your thought perhaps using your hands to throw the club at the ball? Both of those things are not what you want to prioritize. The key two things for effortless power is at the top of your backswing, you want to start by rotating your left hip back and then driving your elbow down into your side. And that's what we're focusing on with this complimentary lesson. So let's get to it. Okay, so today we're going to help you gain 15 yards or more with your irons with the split grip elbow drive drill. It's super simple, so let's get to it. So with the split grip elbow drive drill, there's actually 4 ways that it can help you gain distance. So at address, we're going to talk about having more forward press, or basically our shoulder, hands, and club head being all in a line. What that does is it strengthens our grip, so weak grip, stronger grip. So it basically turns our hands so that we hit with more force. And then also, once we do the takeaway, we're going to make sure that we go from the magic checkpoint to up and down the slot correctly. And then when we do our split grip, we're going to be traveling up and down the correct slot. So let's go into those details. Okay, so for our setup, looking from the front, we want to make sure that we have a slight forward press. So again, this is a weak grip where our hands are straight up and down like that. Whereas when we move the club forward, keeping our club face square, and then make sure that our shoulder, hands, and club hair are in alignment, and then we come in from the side with our right hand or our trail hand, that gives us the chance to do that forward press. And when you take a club and go from this position to here, you're strengthening it by over 8 degrees, which is basically turning your 9-iron into a 7-iron. So let's talk a little bit more about the rest. So looking at it down the line, we just want to make sure that we have that nice classical, super simple golf swing extension, and that we have a nice bit of a bend in our right elbow and feel that connectedness to our side, because that's what we're going to be driving up and down the drill. Okay, as a reminder, when we do our takeaway, we always want to be turning our chest and our shoulders. So we're turning our chest to the magic checkpoint. And again, the magic checkpoint is when the club is basically horizontal or level to the ground and pointing straight away from the direction of the ball. So again, pointing directly away from where the ball is going to be going. Okay, so then in the split hand drill, we separate our hands and move our trail hand or our right hand about halfway down along the shaft. And we feel that connected right elbow to begin. Our club is reasonably close to our body. And then we just practice going up and down the slot with force. So it's both speed and force on the downward drive. Now the key to all this is that because we're driving our elbow, we can get rid of all that pesky tension in our right hand, our trail hand, and then make sure that we're releasing nicely at the bottom. So again, we take all that tension out of our hands and use the force driven with our elbow drive. So putting it all together, we take our stance, we get our forward press, that creates a bit of a stronger grip. We do our takeaway with our chest and our arms. We get to the magic checkpoint where we're pointing straight away and level to the ground. Then we separate our hands and do the split hands pump up and down the slot drill. "99% of the time, my students find incredible improvement with this drill. I know it's going to work with you as well. So give it, 5 or 10 tries before you hit your next ball, or, practice it a little bit in the evening at home, and you're off to the races to more distance. And we have many, many other ideas for effortless power and driver distance in our videos in the community. See you soon.